Welcome to the Big Red 40K channel. My name is Bear, and I will be your host for today. Today, we are going to begin the discussion of orcs, and we are going to be talking a little bit about one thing, which is while we were discussing ratings of different miniatures yesterday on stream, there was an idea of having a rather infamous orc come and join me on stream as we rate the orc lineup of miniatures that currently exist from Games Workshop, which is also part of how we began this video. But hopefully, on stream later this week, we will actually have the rather infamous Gung join us. So either that will happen in the near future or that will happen at some point, I promise. But today's video is about rather how orcs are the ultimate expression within the hobby. And when I say that, I don't just mean in terms of the models they have, which are good, they're good quality, or sometimes they're not great, but for the most part, they're pretty good quality. But the fact that you can justifiably do almost anything that you want in either the lore or in terms of the miniatures in a militaristic way. You want orc commandos? You got it. You want orcs mimicking space marines? There's no models that immediately support that, but you can just do it, and it's justifiably so. You, you want orcs that are doing Napoleonic warfare? Well, it's not really in the game, but you can build it yourself. You can decide to do it, and it's completely justifiable, either in the lore or in terms of how you choose to represent it on the tabletop, either with third-party models or building and painting your own models that reflect the values that you want your army to have in the game. It's so open that it allows you to really do whatever you want. In a crazy Mad Max twisted style of it. Whether it be something that's a gigantic squig or an enormous battle fortress, the hobbying potential never ends. You want to build a giant bomber? Go ahead. Do you want to build an immense Gargant? Way bigger than a Stompa. You want to build something that's like fucking 4 feet high? You can do whatever you like. Forgive me for the use of profanity there, but we're not going to edit that out because this is the Big Red 40K channel, and orcs are a central part of it, which means that I just get very impassioned when thinking about the boys. So, but I personally feel like I can channel my inner mech boy, my inner big mech, whenever I'm working on a project, big or small, no matter the size. I can put things together as I want to see them. And just in this following clip, you're going to actually see a miniature that I have built many years ago that was on camera many years ago. That would be this model here. I washed it off just now after finding it in a dusty corner. This was built when I was in my early 20s, and I posted it on YouTube not long after. It actually got a lot of traction. Like tens of thousands of people actually looked at this model in both its painted and unpainted state. Some of the pieces are missing now. It's seen better days, but it's but even as badly painted as it is, it's a story it's telling, and it's something I feel I could never do with another faction. Imperial, Chaos, an alien race of some other sort would struggle to allow me to pile things together in an increasingly hostile and killy platform. For no other reason than I wanted to build a giant war machine for my orcs. My only regret is when I built it, I didn't have the necessary painting skills that I have now to truly give justice to this immense fortress of orcdom that I have constructed. And it's something that, even though it's not greatly painted, I will never get rid of it. It has an incredibly important thing to me. It's survived multiple rearrangements of my property. It's survived multiple years in different conditions. Not always the best, unfortunately, but I've always kept my mind on it because it's something that I will never forget because of how important it is to me. So for me, that's what allows orcs to be the ultimate creative force for me as a player. And in my opinion, in the entirety of the hobby, at least as far as tabletop models go, there is nothing that will allow you to reach out and do what the orcs allow you to do. You have the power. You as an individual have the power while in this hobby to do whatever you want with the orcs. There's really no limits. There's no boundaries. The only limits you have is the limits of your creativity and perhaps your wallet. Even if you're not happy with a current orc vehicle, you can just change it. You can change it however you like. You don't even have to use that model necessarily. I myself actually have a bunch of tank models that are 1/35 scale miniatures that I'm going to be rebuilding into orc tanks. Why not? They're going to be for my blood axes. They're going to be my armored spearhead. They're just going to use gunwagon rules. I'm going to use all GW bits and plastic card up on top of them, and that's what they're going to be because I have the power to do that. I don't want to use the current battle wagon model to represent my gun wagon, so I've just changed it. If I'm playing at a Games Workshop, that might be a problem, but with friends at a third-party location or a Rogue Trader location, as they used to be known, that's no problem. Your local friendly hobby shop is not going to mind, especially if you're grabbing that miniature through them. To make something, you can just do what you want. It's a total expression of freedom within a faction as long as you're following the basic guidelines. And it's an incredibly liberating experience in terms of allowing your creativity to just be unleashed. Even even if it's a fact, it's even easily factored into the lore, as this excerpt will provide.
This here is Boss Brickfist's big rig. Ain't no one gonna stop it, all the orcs.
Yeah, it's simple. Yeah, it's primitive, but it works. That's all you really have to do. That's all you really have to say. Maybe not even with the orc voice, but that's all you really have to envision to make that thing come alive on the table. You can use this with their own rules as an objective, with your own rules as an objective in a giant game with friends or a massive apocalypse game. You have an immense fortress or a giant gargant or a super flying ship that the enemy must bring down, and you give it its own rules and everybody has a blast. You know, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's just about having this incredibly orky thing that you've put together, that you've breathed life into through your own mind. I'll always feel like the orcs give me the opportunity to do something special in a game, from the smallest vehicle to the biggest. And I think that anyone who's collecting orcs should try at the very least to do something, to bash something, to build something that you can, because you have the power. It's not even about the money. Even if it costs too much money, it's about, if you have the money to spend, that is, it's about just taking what's up here and making it real. With that, everyone, I have been the Big Red Bear. Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed your time watching it, please hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, thank you very much for staying the entire way through. We are currently trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're nearing our goal. We are only 190 members away, or 190 subscribers away, rather. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you next time. Also, we do a live stream every single day. Always feel free to join us on those live streams. We have a absolute blast, and we go over subjects like this and other things in just as great detail, having a great time. Thank you very much, and have a great night or day.